Hi, I'm Bethany, and I'd like to speak with you today about immigration. The reason I chose immigration is because the United States is still kind of iffy on whether we're going to oppose it or adapt to it. Many people have so many reasons for wanting immigration or not wanting immigration. Some of these include wages, job security for the natives, where we will be years from now as a country, and the environmental footprint of immigration. I've chosen 3 solid articles. One is for, one is against, and one's more of a neutral stance on immigration. The first one that I chose was from Gianmarco and Perry. They're for immigration, and they believe that statistically, as a nation, most of the people in the United States gain at least a high school diploma. So given that, we take jobs in higher positions. So because immigrants come here and they take the jobs that don't require high school diplomas, this is actually beneficial to the United States, and immigrants are actually helping our economy go round. And also, in contrary to the wages going down, the wages are actually going up because of immigration. They use more of a scientific approach, social scientific approach, by using statistics and taking the last 10 years and looking at where wages have gone and who's taking these jobs. The second article that I found is from Caffro and Staples. These are 2 PhD researchers who study environment and the environmental footprint of different nations. They are in opposition due to the disproportionate borders that have come out of immigration. Their argument is that immigrants coming into the United States form pacts. They don't communicate very well with the natives, and they don't move around. So because they're moving into the United States and staying on the borders, our borders are becoming overcrowded, and this is not good for the environment. They also state that population growth is going to be one of our biggest issues in the coming years if we allow immigrants into the United States. They're persuasive because of their education and the research that they've done on the topic over the past 20 years. Because of this, they come across to people as trustworthy. So a lot of people, even if you don't agree with their stance, they're very persuasive in who they are. The third article I've chosen is from Joseph Cairns, and he takes more of a neutral stance on the topic by using a dialectical and epistemological approach. He calls upon 3 theories that encourage us to reevaluate why or why not. So do we want immigration, do we not want immigration, and how would we benefit as a country? Searches for truth by opening up the door to start a dialogue, calling upon the souls of mankind. So instead of looking at this statistically as more of a monetary issue, an economic issue, he uses this to open up a dialogue and to start a conversation on why we would need immigration or why we would not need immigration. Reading these articles, I lean more towards Joseph Cairns, simply because his persuasion at using dialogue and starting conversation instead of taking sides immediately on what people have heard really caught my attention, and I really agree with his general stance on immigration. This has not really changed my view on immigration, especially the environmental aspect of it. My position on immigration still stands that we need to reevaluate how we are treating this, and maybe looking at more ways to reevaluate and change what we have in place now, because immigration is naturally going to happen. And I also thought that it was very interesting that Joseph Cairns looked at the history of the United States as we are immigrants, and we have migrated from Europe, and places from all around the world. So that was my presentation on immigration. I have strongly looked at the reasons why immigration is so important, why we need to evaluate immigration and take it as seriously as it should be taken. Thank you very much.